What would you want your daughter to know if you weren't going to be here to tell her? What advice or information would you like to impart if you weren't going to be here to share it with her? My name's Danine Manette, and I wrote messages for Joey for my daughter. But not only for my daughter, for all daughters. Important messages about love, life, friendship, self, and money that I think all girls need to know. I work as a criminal investigator in Oakland, and I had my daughter later in life. So I thought that it was really important that I documented some of the information that I would want her to have if I wasn't here to share it with her. One of the things that I really liked when I was writing messages for Joey is that I recognized I'd learned so much and I had so much in me that I wanted to give my daughter. And I like the fact that it's kind of a reference for her to be able to go back, if I'm not here to tell her, for her to be able to say, what would my mom have said about this? What would my mom have thought about it? And have a reference guide, have a book, have something that she can pull down from the shelf and hear my voice, hear my words coming to her and understanding that this is how I felt about certain things, and give her kind of a roadmap, an understanding of what I thought was important for her to know. I felt that it was really important not only for me to put this book together for my own daughter, but at the end of every chapter, I included 6 blank pages for parents, mothers to write their own messages to their own daughters. I don't know what everyone went through to get to where they are. I don't know everyone's testimony. So I wanted to give parents an opportunity to be able to impart their own wisdom upon their own daughter so that they could put their own personal stories at the end of every chapter and things that they want their child to know. Our girls are getting so many mixed messages. They're hearing things and seeing things on social media and on television, and they're getting so many outside messages when we're here, and we should be able to sit down with our daughters and have conversations with them about the things that we think are important. We need to instill our values in our own daughters, and this is the perfect opportunity to do that. Honestly, this book is all the things that I wish I would have known. Had I known then what I know now. I need my daughter and all girls to understand that they need to be accountable for the decisions that they make, and they need to take ownership of the choices regarding life, friendship, safety, health, whatever it is. They need to be empowered to make good, strong decisions so that they can be productive, upstanding, well-rounded, solid adults. Why is this just for girls? Well, there are a lot of things in here that boys will find useful as well. My husband asked me that. He says, why did you just make this for girls? I was a girl, and I understand the challenges that girls face as they go along that path into adulthood. But honestly, if we lean in and raise up our girls, the boys are going to have to follow. They aren't going to have any choice. I found that not only have mothers embraced this book, but fathers have as well. They've used this as a platform to have conversations with their daughters about things that they think are important from a male perspective. A lot of the things in the book speak to self-empowerment, confidence, accountability, critical, important components of what it takes to be a strong, successful, and stable individual. It's real important for us to leave our daughters with information, something that they can digest, that they can understand. And because of that, I wrote messages for Joey in a way that's not preachy and is not giving all of this far-fetched philosophical information. It's real-world advice. Things that I think are important for young girls to know, like don't date your friend's ex, or recognize when it's time for you to walk away from a situation, whether it's a fight, a job, a relationship, whatever it is, recognizing when it's time to take care of yourself, turn, and walk away. Things such as, if you owe somebody money, pay them back. They're paying attention to the things that you're buying and the places that you're going, and they're wondering, hey, are you going to pay me my money back or not? Things that are important about being a good friend, about having a good friend, and about recognizing when a relationship is toxic. In the money chapter, I talk about managing, spending, saving, being a good steward of your finances, things that are important that girls need to know. I feel like friendship is the basis for all other relationships, and actually that's my favorite chapter because I feel like if you can make and be a good friend, that kind of sets the basis and the foundation for so many other relationships in your life. The love chapter is something I find really important because it helps girls to understand what is important in finding, developing, keeping relationships, and also when it's a good time to walk away. My goal is to empower, enlighten, and educate young girls so that they can grow into strong, competent, successful young women. This book is a great conversation starter. Even if you don't agree with everything that's in the book, that's a conversation. You can get to a point and say, you know what? I don't really, agree with this, and this is why. But now you're having conversation. Now you're having dialogue, and that's something that we're just not having with our girls anymore. We just aren't talking to our kids enough. We're not having enough conversations with our daughters. We're not giving them the skills to empower them and lift them up. We need to raise the bar for our daughters. We need to uplift them. We need to give them the tools that they need to be strong, successful, independent women. We need to help our girls learn to make better decisions. I know that experience is the great teacher, but I also feel as though you don't have to make the same mistakes as others in order to learn the same lesson. Look, tomorrow isn't promised, and as someone who has worked as a criminal investigator for the last 25 years, as well as a person who had their daughter late in life, I never know if I'm going to be here to give her the information that's important, which is why I felt it necessary to write Messages for Joey. I poured my heart, my soul, everything in me into this book, and it means so much to me to be able to leave this with my daughter.